Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM.
From what day you may find out, certain people not like me. Everyone got us bag a thing now. Makes true me I do it like Nike. But me not fear no guy now. No matter how hard them a spite me, me just a go and do me thing now. Me just a do it like Nike. 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 Them want poison me, show me thing up. Plus me and them girlfriend a link up. Dog where you did that when they
Talking
think
Heads
of.
with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Monty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Rise Bahamas.
Plus me and the Cuban a link up. Rose gold for the Cuban link up. How much ice just a and me rings up. From what day you may find out, certain people don't like me. Everyone cock us bag a thing now. Begs through me, I do it like Nike. But me not fear no guy now. No matter how hard them a spite me, me just a go and do me thing now. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like.
We got it locked and loaded to the Friday. June 9th. We on the 9th already? My God, the 9th of June already. My God. June look like it's flying. But it is the Friday, June 9th edition. Happy Friday. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. And you know how to get it in. We're going to open the lines today. You know I'm live at Dunkin' Donuts, East Street South location, getting it in and getting it on, running on Dunkin' like I always do. And Dunkin's got some great things going on. And we definitely going to break down all the goodness that's going on at Dunkin'. All right, but before I do all of that and get it up and rolling and up and running, you know how to get it in. You know how to get it on. I'm going to let you know how to chime in right now. Phone lines are open, 323-6232, 325-4316, 4259. In New Providence, like I said, lines are open. Toll free in Grand Bahama and any one of the other family islands, 242-300. 5720 242-300-5720. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. Text lines powered by BTC. 422-GR96. That's 422-796. 422-4796. All right. 422-796. All right. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. Like I told you, GuardianTalkRadio.com. And people done sending me foolishness early in the day. My God. Are you on air? Listen, there's some TikTok video floating around out of India. I am not that dude. It's not me. Okay? Appreciate the fact say look like you Naughty and thinking of you and this and that. No, not me. All right. Now the more somber note. We've all heard about it. We've all heard the various reports. But everybody's kind of floored late yesterday to find out about the passing of Mr. Chris Mortimer, former deputy leader of the DNA. Just all-around good guy, great citizen, great businessman, who was into philanthropy, you know, gave back to the community. And, you know, good family man. I knew him for years. Very supportive of my comedy career and comedy in general. He liked a good laugh. And like I told folks that that's how I would like to remember Chris, you know, with the smile on his face and the laugh. And, you know, but me and I would talk, we'd always share a joke, always a ice crack. And he got highbrow political stuff. So I appreciated that. But he's just generally good people, man. So my thoughts and prayers go out to his mom and his family and, you know, everybody who knew him and who's been floored by this staggering loss. I mean, you know, we started a couple of weeks ago. With Monette Goff. That floored everybody. My thoughts and prayers go out to Farrell and the family. And our kids went together at St. Andrews, so we see people every day, you know. You build up friendships, and that floored me and my wife. And then to turn around and hear this, it's been rough. And to everybody who's lost somebody over the last couple of weeks, because we've seen a lot of people pass away and a lot of tragedies and whatnot. Just keeping you keep me in mind in your thoughts and prayers, and I will keep you in yours and thoughts and prayers, because everybody's been affected by it in one form. So, like I said, Deborah, for the grace of God, go you are. Please keep his family in our thoughts and prayers, because it's a rough situation right there. Very tragic situation. And of course, social media does its thing. And listen, some of y'all investigate report on social media. Y'all need better investigations. Right. Well, we know how to and be sure to check out Fine Threads. Check them out online, finethreads.com. You're shopping online, then arrange for pickup at one of those convenient Fine Thread locations. Top at Hill Mackey Street, the flagship store, or the Southwest Shopping Plaza location. Locations open for you Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. All right? Now, let's jump on. Here's what's blazing up the Pittsburgh Nassau Guardian. Reform of multilateral development banks reveals vice president. All right? So multilateral development banks, and this is according to Kamala Harris, U.S. Vice President. Yes. And it was quite the event. And a lot of people had a lot to say about it. And chime on in. Let me know what you thought about today. Government allocated $8 million to climate change. And government introducing $1,000 fine for renting of vehicles without SD. Now, we got to revisit that as well. Also, another big headline: PM quiet on fixing serious banking problems, says Thompson. That kind of went from yesterday into today, but a lot of folks buzzing on government introducing $1,000 fine for renting of vehicles without SD plates. Now, the Ministry of Transportation and Housing yesterday said the government is introducing a $1,000 fine for people who rent their private vehicles without self-drive license plates. The ministry issued a notice after it said a widely shared social media post which wrongly suggested that the renting of personal vehicles was allowed with the road traffic controller. The Road Traffic Act governing the licensing of vehicles in the Bahamas being rented to the public must have a self-drive SD license plate. In violation of the law, increasingly persons are unlawfully renting private vehicles without SD license. This creates significant danger to the public as private vehicles are not insured for commercial use. This was issued by the ministry in a statement. The Road Traffic Amendment Bill of 2023, was, as tabled in the House of Assembly, reinforces the prohibition of renting private vehicles to the public and introduces a fine of up to $1,000 for violating the law. All right. The gist of it is, who's be renting your car out on the weekend for a couple dollars? You can't do it no more. Get you an SD plate, go ahead and make your money. You ain't got no SD plate? Find a different. That's that. Because if they catch you doing it, it's going to be $1,000 fine. And there's no way around that. Period. Okay? That's the new law. That's the amendment. So tell me what you think. Chime on in. Text lines are open. Mr. Producer, let me know. We got any calls? We got any texts? Let me know and we'll get to them. But like I said, we're live. Dunkin' Donuts, East Street South location. And that's some of the headlines, like I told you, that are blazing up pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views in Madison since 1844. Some other ones, U.S. Vice President announces $100 million for the region. Not for us, for the region. And listen, my PLP trolls, my friends, some of y'all are my good friends. Ain't no love lost, all right? But trollies, listen to me, man. Listen to me. Please. You can't do things to make it look a certain way when it's obvious that it doesn't. Boy, you see people you never expect to see at Dunkin' Donuts, boy, I tell you, boy. But anyway, I see everybody when they see at Dunkin', where the whole crew disappear at Dunkin'. This is my Dunkin' breakfast crew in the afternoon. So, time has changed now. I got a date then. So I catch up with them on a break. But, like I said, you can't be putting stuff out on social media that's not the case. Listen, the VP did not come here to see RPM specifically. This was planned from June of 2022. So as CARICOM was here and the leaders of the region were going to be here, since it was a close destination, she was going to make a cameo. Sashay Shantae. That's what she did. But you all start spinning it like, oh, she come to see Brave. Brave all right with me, you know. Brave the job globetrotting and being the face of climate change and putting us on the map as one of the countries to speak out on a lot of issues. We'll see at the end of the run, if the travel bill was worth it, if the investments came along with it and the return on the investment was worth it. That remains to be seen. But don't spin it for what it is. She came to meet with leaders of the region at CARICOM. Okay? And that's what it is. So don't twist it. I mean, and this meeting takes place every year too. Next year could be in Jamaica. Next year could be in Bermuda. You never know where it could be. And there in turn, RPM will go to that. And we'll pay for it in the travel budget. That's just it. But please don't twist it. Like you are reinventing the wheel, because that ain't the case. And I like to call BS when I see it. Not some bad BS. Get you some better BS, please. Okay? All right. Let's go to the text messages. All right. Let me try clean this text up as best I can. Naughty, great show as usual. I'm going around looking for people who are renting regular cars, and I'm reporting them to the police. All right, be careful how you do it now. Naughty, keep the so-called alternate lifestyles and on those associated with pride out of our country. There is no human value in same-sex relationships. We will not support them. All right, Texas, and I'm sure we have other Texas that will see it from your standpoint and see it from other point of views also. But that did raise several eyebrows yesterday, and what's your take on that? And please try to keep it in as best context as you can. I'm trying to, do editing work on a Friday. Okay? So try to keep your expletives, keep it as politically correct as you can. I appreciate that. Let's see some other headlines. Pintard, PM has created uncertainty over the GPBA Grand Bahama Port Authority. Opposition leader Michael Pintard said yesterday Prime Minister Philip Davis' recent statement regarding the Grand Bahama Port Authority has created uncertainty in Freeport and worsened an already concerning situation regarding the proper management of the city. It's definitely not good for investments, Pintard said. It creates an environment of uncertainty in an area that's already economically challenged. And remember in his budget communication last week, Prime Minister Davis indicated that it is time for the government to take the decisive action regarding concerns about the compliance of the Grand Bahama Port Authority and its related companies with the terms and conditions of the Hawksbill Creek Agreement. But again, is it sincerity there, or is it that just political pontification and mileage? Are they stroking Freeport? Are they glazing them? Is that what's going on right there? Naughty. So Transport said my wife and mother can't drive my car. How the heck the controller supposed to write up an emergency letter? Hey, listen. It's a new day. Speaking of which, I got some culprits to deal with. And if you have any handicapped parking offenders and you got those pictures, send them in to me. Because I have a few violators I'm going to deal with. And again, those spots are for the handicapped. So let's slide out of the and threads. Get into the buzz. All brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. And don't forget, John reminds you, new arrivals every Monday and Tuesday, ladies. All right? And a wide selection in stock for the family, men, women, and children, casual, formal, and athletic, casual wear, work wear. All right, not the stereotype, right? But when 8 traffic cops on motorbikes pull up and park in front of Dunkin' Donuts, you know what they're there for, okay? Not saying the cops like donuts, but, I mean, come on. 8 of them pull up in front of Dunkin', start to go inside. I think it's a donut run. Coffee break. Nothing wrong with that. So, remember those spots are for the handicapped, though. And just because people call you crazy, that doesn't allow you to park there. Remember, handicapped persons want to lead as normal life as they can. All they want to do is be able to park, get to the ramp if they need it, and get into the businesses and spend their money and live their life. Please stop being selfish and park your rear end, because some of my taxis don't like it when I use the B word. Yeah, you know, bungie. I won't use it no more. Yeah, out of the spots. Move your gluteus maximus, derriere, tushy out of the spots, and please refrain from doing it. All right. Now, wow. Let's go. All right, let's do this. Let's get to the break. Let me see. We don't have any more text. All right, I'll pick up those texts on the flip side of the break. All right, we'll get to the break. On the flip side of the break, I'll pick up your text, and we'll deal with those handicap parking violators. All right, as we continue to buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. But don't forget, let me remind you, we're live. Dunkin' Donuts, East Street South location. They still got the glazed donut breakfast sandwich going on, which is off the chain. You got the glazed donut, you got the egg, the cheese, the bacon, you got the savory, some sumptuous sensation, the party in your mouth of the salty and the sweet. Let me tell you, that glazed donut and that bacon, they give it a pop, and then the cheese tops it off. An egg is good with whatever, but that glazed donut really makes it a pop. You definitely want to enjoy one of them. All right, don't forget macchiatos make every day better, and they got the macchiatos going on. All right, got your favorite macchiato at your favorite Dunkin' location. You definitely want to do that. You got your coffees going on, hot or cold. You got your favorite breakfast sandwiches all day long. And like I said, take advantage of that glazed breakfast sandwich. And grab me some donuts and to the weekend. Yeah, and then all weekend long, got a dozen. Ration them out. 3 or 4 a day. And I do it. All right? So we get to the break. 4:28 p.m. is the time we're live. Dunkin' Donuts, East Street South. We get to the break. And on the flip side of the break, we'll continue the Friday, June 9th edition of Talking Heads right after this.
Experience the pure deliciousness of Dunkin's Glazed Donut Breakfast Sandwich. This sweet and savory breakfast treat stacks a fluffy egg and smoked bacon, sandwiched inside a split classic Dunkin' Glazed Donut. Make it a combo with lightly seasoned hash browns and your favorite freshly brewed Dunkin' coffee. Stop by your favorite Dunkin' today and take breakfast to a fun and tasty level with the Dunkin' Glazed Donut Breakfast Sandwich. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
When I got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live at Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. It's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Shopping is so rewarding with my Fidelity credit card. I get the best prices with price protection. Earn and redeem Freedom Points at my favorite stores. Get cash back. Plus, I booked a cruise. Get your Fidelity credit card today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good what you're thinking. We want something different. People, what you wanting. We want local government. I can tell them no more slunking. We want to see it function. I can tell them no more joke. I forgot. Going down Blue Hill Road, going down Village Road, going down Nassau Road. We want local government. We want local government. Mr. Road, we want local government. Shelter, we want local government. We got call for local government. Sign the petition and find out more information at risebahamas.net.
Juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
On the Friday, June 9th edition of Talking Heads, we're live. Dunkin' Donuts, East Street South location, getting it in. All right, we continue with the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. And listen, got some texts to get to, so I'll get to them in a second. But like I promised you, I got some violators. Got some handicap parking violators, and they need to do better. Harbor Bay. This was earlier in the week, and this is another offender from earlier in the week. And remember now, let me just let the picture load up completely, because you know when I gotta let it load up completely because I want to be able to get the whole. There you go. A Toyota Hiace, silver Toyota Hiace, license number PN 0534. PN 0534. Toyota Hiace. All right? And listen, here's the deal. You're a multiple offender at Harbor Bay. Yes. You did it on Tuesday at 12:20. Then you did it again yesterday in the afternoon. And, listen, you need to stop. You're wrong. You're another multiple violator, like those multiple violators out there at Old Fort. But the driver of that silver Toyota Hiace van, PN 0534, PN 0534, please stop being a total idiot and parking in a handicapped parking when you know full well you're not handicapped. From the vantage point that I see, you have no stickers up. You have no decals. So you're a violator. Now, speaking of violators, this violator right here, Harbor Bay. No, not Harbor Bay. Old Fort. Multiple times we've had offenders at Old Fort. Now, this one was parked between Naughty Johnny's and Wood U. It's a white BMW AE. Okay, it's a white Beamer, and I'll give you the model. It looks like a M4. Yeah, an i4. It's an i4. It's a white i4. AE 0400. AE 0400. All right? And AE 0400. White i4 Series BMW park big and bold in the handicap, AE0400, out there at Old Fort. And here's the deal. When I looked up, see, I took the picture of this one. I said, who is this Jack, you know what, to park in the handicap spot? And as I looked up through the sunroof of my wife's Beamer, also a 4 Series, I looked up, and it appeared like somebody was glancing down at the same car I was referring to. And from a distance, and I'm not saying that it is, but from a distance, there was a striking resemblance to a certain legal advisor to the former administration and the Prime Minister. And we can leave that just like that. If you've seen the movie Lord of the Rings, and you've seen Frodo, then you may know who I'm referring to. And I'll just leave it just like that. Okay, let's get on to some of these texts. And then I have, both of you are violators. You'll need to stop. And send them on in. If you got them, send them in. We'll light them up. Naughty, time for this brave rave to go. Tell him if he's bad, call the election now and watch his own rave drown all. You don't get drowned in that. Let's do it. Naughty, cops love donuts and coffee, especially the free deals sent by a cop. Good sense of humor, too. Naughty, great show as usual. Now listen, it's Kamala Harris, or Kamala, however you want to say it, but it's not Kamala. Where are you going with Kamala? But anyway, Naughty, Kamala Harris looks good. Does your boy have a chance? No, because you can't even text her name right. Naughty, I'm so happy you took on this project with the handicap parking. No problem, my pleasure. Well, we want Minister, not Pintot. Okay, well, you're a very small minority, but hey, thank you for representing a lot of people. you can comparisons plenty or not, but hey, that's your right, man. It's all good. Naughty, that person might be sexually handicapped who's parking in those spots. Hey, what's going on, good buddy? You're off. Your shift done. That's my Duncan crew, man. Big them up, man. Naughty, we flood right, put in Exuma, and now we waiting for mosquitoes to tear up. Oh, we're flooded right now in Exuma, and now we're waiting for mosquitoes to tear. Well, I'm sorry for you. Hopefully you got you off. Naughty, that texter say they want Menace and not Pintot. Well, that can only be him and Menace who want Menace. Or maybe that was Menace who sent that text, Naughty. You all got jokes on a Friday. Yes, indeed. All right. So let's wind out of the bar. But don't forget, lines are open, all right? Phone lines are wide open. Whatever you want to chime in on, feel free to do so. Lines are open. Whatever you want to parlay about. We got a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
A pleasant good afternoon, sir.
Bucket Mouth, what's going on?
Right, David, I call in because I got a little bit of freedom with you that I don't have with much of other people. But anyway, I wanted to call in. I wanted to number 2 because, Naughty, I've been looking at these things about these people parking in handicapped parking spaces all around town, especially with the supermarkets and the hardware.
Correct.
You go by Kelly's, the front and the back side. You go by Super Value. I know it's Super Value on Marquis Street Hill. The both sides of the doors, the front doors, got handicapped parking spaces. And Naughty, what I normally do when I get out the car, I'll walk around the car and make sure to check to see if they got any decals. No decals. Sometimes I go up to the security guard. I say, look here, bro. You could make twice your paycheck up here, All you need to do is have a friend who's drive a wrecker. And anytime they walk inside, by the time they finish shopping, that give your friend in the wrecker time to come move the car, park it around the corner, charge the man $100. You get one $25 and let the wrecker man get the $75. By the end of the day, you can make more money than your bosses pay you. That's all they got to do. And they'll stop. I had one to tell you, but I didn't know your number. I wanted to send you the picture. Are you still there?
Yeah, right here.
This was a brand new BMW, green BMW. I had it in my phone, but somehow I believe I erased it because I didn't get something or something. A brand new BMW SUV was parked in Super Wild, in Kelly's. Yesterday I went to go pick up some stuff from the hardware department. You know what I did? I told the security guard about it. He said he don't know in the shop driving it. No decal, no nothing. I park right behind the car, Naughty. And I lock up my car.
Uh-huh.
And I go on and doing my shopping and took my time. Security tell me one man was up in our shop looking for the fella who drive him on Black Maxwell. I was taking my time. Then I came out there, he ramping and raging. Then I ain't call your name. I said, brother, you ain't got no decal. What you doing there? He said, why you parked there? I said, see the decal in these people's car what I using? And plus, I got issues with my back, my leg, and my shoulder. That's
so, yeah, so...
Naughty. Park right in the back of them and hang them up. So when they come out, they can't leave. But you got to be somebody with a car with got a decal to do it, though.
Right.
And they should have police. They should have policemen driving around these parking lots. You know how much money we can put in the common fund? We can pay off our debt with just people who's parking handicapped. We pay off all our national debt. Have a good day.
All right, Sparky. Have a good weekend, man. Naughty, all this PRB government is into is taxing and oppressing Bahamians. I hear all of a sudden now it's a new rule in order to send or receive money at web shops. Both persons have to have cards at the same time. Wow, I got to look into that. I got to see what's going on with that before I comment on that. But obviously, and I'm not going to call no web shop name either. Only web shop name I call is the Island Game. And y'all know why. All right, so here's the deal. Let me check for some other texts. We have any other callers, Mr. Producer? Let's get to that second break. And on the flip side of the break, we'll pick up the global warming. We're heating up the planet in 60 seconds or less. All brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. We get into my Dunkin' Donuts coffee break. And don't forget, we're live, Dunkin' Donuts, East Street South location. And we'll pick up the conversation on the flip side of the break as the Friday, June 9th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
The Road to 50 Committee presents the Golden Jubilee Tea Party, a celebration of Bahamian artists and artisans under the patronage of Mrs. Anne-Marie Davis, spouse of the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. The Golden Jubilee Tea Party will take place at Bahama Resort on Sunday, June 11th, 3 p.m. For ticket information, call the National Independence Secretariat at 604-1020 or email independencebahamas@gmail.com.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online, www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Experience the pure deliciousness of Dunkin's Glazed Donut Breakfast Sandwich. This sweet and savory breakfast treat stacks a fluffy egg and smoked bacon, sandwiched inside a split classic Dunkin' Glazed Donut. Make it a combo with lightly seasoned hash browns and your favorite freshly brewed Dunkin' coffee. Stop by your favorite Dunkin' today and take breakfast to a fun and tasty level with the Dunkin' Glazed Donut Breakfast Sandwich. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
June 9th edition of Talking Heads continues right now. I'll get to the text lines in a second, but right now, let's get up into the global warming. We're heating up the planet in 60 seconds or less. All brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. And listen, people, don't forget the drive-thrus. KFC Nassau open late and frying until midnight. And listen, you got to try the new crispy barbecue Kentucky chicken sandwich. You can get it original or you can get it spicy. Limited time. You got the barbecue sauce, crispy onions, bacon, cheddar cheese. It is all G-O-O-D good. Trust me. I had one earlier today. All good. All right, it's waiting on you at your favorite KFC location, as well as your chicken that you love so much. All right? And don't forget, if you're part of the Bahamas Dining Rewards, we got great deals going on for you as well, too. All right, when you get in, you need to order, a flavorful three-piece chicken, the flavorful three-piece chicken box. You can get an extra 100 bonus points, all right, when you earn those points with Bahamas Dining Rewards. All right, and if you haven't, get the app, man. Download it. It's worth it. All good. Yes. There's a picture up, I am the chicken father, Colonel Sanders, KFC, the original recipe. That makes me the chicken son. Yeah. Not the chicken son, but the chicken son. Yeah. And I ain't scared either. Never mind. We'll figure something out. Yeah. Chicken Junior. Chicken Father Junior. Something. Yeah. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to the global warming. We're heating up the planet in 60 seconds or less. All brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau, like I told you. And listen, don't forget the drive-thrus open and frying late. Okay? Until midnight. All right? All right. Here we go. Let's see what we got working for today, June 9th. And if you wanted to know, today is National Movie Night. So go take in a movie. Yeah. Okay. Troy Aikman didn't officially announce it, but apparently his marriage is over after pictures of him and his much younger girlfriend circulated online. Troy, you're human after all. I don't condone it, but you're human after all. Everybody thought you were so perfect. Well, at least Skip Bayless rumor that he tried to put out, which is definitely wrong now on 3 counts. Jenna Jameson is married girlfriend Jessie Lawless. And if you all know who Jenna Jameson is, then fine. Y'all watch a lot of movies. If you don't, Google it. If you'd like to buy Rod Stewart's LA home, it's only going to cost you $70 million. And that doesn't include his 124-foot train set. NBC Nightly News turns 75 this week. Grammy Award-winning pianist George Winston has died after his 10-year battle with cancer. He was 73. Tom Holland learned about the value of prioritizing his mental health after producing and starring in his upcoming Apple TV Plus miniseries, The Crowded Room. All right, here's something you might want to check out if you're a dog lover. A Labrador and a German Shepherd mix named Zoe has gone in the record books for having the longest tongue ever recording on a living dog at 5 inches. Zoe's tongue is longer than a soda can, according to Guinness World Records. Who stuck their head in Zoe's mouth to find out and measure how long her tongue was? That's what I want to know. Shouldn't that be a Guinness World Record for measuring the longest dog tongue in the world? Speaking of dogs, Kim Kardashian says if she hadn't gone down the route she took in her career, she'd probably be working at Macy's. No, but you'd be on a stripper pole somewhere for sure. Hawaii's Kailua volcano is erupting for the second time this year. Jay Johnston is an actor who has appeared on Arrested Development, Bob's Burgers, and Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. He also showed up on the cameras on the January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol, and he's been arrested. Wow. Michael J. Fox's Parkinson's continues to worsen. Sunday, he was walking across a stage in Philadelphia while taking part in a Back to the Future reunion when he fell, fortunately on a nearby couch, so no injuries. But if it's a Back to the Future reunion, Michael, wear the space shoes, man. Wear the Nike hover boots. They'll get you there safely. All right, that's a wrap right there on your global warming. We're heating up the planet in 60 seconds or less, all brought to you, of course, by KFC Nassau. And I'm going to slide into a Dunkin' Donuts coffee break right now because you know it runs on Dunkin', and that'll allow me probably to partake in one of these glazed breakfast sandwiches. And if you haven't enjoyed one yet, you need to at your favorite Dunkin'. Pop on in, grab one. All right, sweet and savory, the glazed donut breakfast sandwich is off the chain. You got the glazed donut, you got the bacon, you got the egg, you got the cheese, you got the savory, you got the salty, and it's all good. The sweet, the salty, oh, it's all good. It's very savorful. Savorificus. It's one of them. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have me one now. Yeah, in between like the news and the 5 o'clock. Yeah, I'm going to knock one out. Yep. That's just how I roll. I suggest you do too. And they're available for you at all of your favorite Dunkin' locations. Downtown Bay Street, Paradise Island, Palmdale, Bernard Road with the drive-thru, East Street South with the drive-thru where we're live, Carmichael, the newest location, and at the airport, pre-clearance and post-clearance. So no reason for you not to be running on Dunkin'. All right. Now, as we get into the weekend, let me give you a little heads up. Right here on East Street South, looking out at the parking lot of Dunkin'. See my little small car gang? Yeah, the SMGs. Or SCGs, sorry. Yeah, the small car gang, SCGs. Yeah, you're all in the SCGs. You'll need to slow down. Your cubes, your little Rios or whatever that is, and your Geos, and all of them. You know what who I'm referring to. You all need to know your role. You can't be running this light here. It's a 4-bay light. And you can't be fronting like you can turn one way and then keep going straight. You really trying to cause an accident on a Friday. Calm down. You will get there. You don't have to get there dead early if you know what I mean. Because there's no point in getting early if you're dead. So slow down. Take your time. Drive to arrive alive. Put on your seatbelt. Slow it down. You'll get there. You might not get there as soon as you want to, but you'll get there. It's better to get there in one piece than in pieces. And listen, here's something I need to discuss. And I got to get my friends from Rise on the show next week and talk about it. But why is it that I could be sitting in the house and we got 4 cell phones in the house? Sometimes 2 out of the 4 will get the Amber Alert. Sometimes 3 will get it. And on the rare occasion, all 4 will get it. What's up with that? Isn't that supposed to be universal on multiple levels? So both phone carriers need to be in tune with that? And all the other providers? I need some of my good friends at ERCA to tell me. So I know with clarity, 100%, what the deal is. because it makes one scratch one head a little bit. You know what I mean? Especially if it's a announcement of that importance, with such gravity, that we have a missing child. Anyway, let me double check. We got a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Yeah, Noddy, I called you back to get your number so I could send you something.
All right, Mr. Producer, make sure you give Sparky my number.
I asked him for the number. He put me on hold for you.
Yeah, well, once I give him permission, he'll give it to you, but I ain't gonna give it out on you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. You want me to call back or hold?
Just go on hold, he'll look it up for you.
Okay, thanks.
And if you call me, but you better tell me I can find some brown bottle, that's all. Make sure I get him the number there for me, Mr. Producer.
Just answer your text when I text you, though.
I will.
All right. One love.
All right. All right. 4:55 p.m. is the time. And we're getting you ready for the 5 o'clock hour. We got the news coming up at 5. Let me check the text lines again. Naughty. Since the PFP government reached, you can't cash a check no more. Everything 10 times harder to do business. Everything is a hassle. And everything is a tax, and more tax. Absolutely nothing works under this administration, and they still want to tax. Well, you know, it's waking their ability to tax, because they ain't stopping. But yeah, I guess their ability to misspeak as well, too, because a lot of their ministers, and including their prime minister, it's been misspoken a lot. We need to get some actual factual, some clarity, some direct answers. That would work a lot better for us. All right. Anyway, I digress. But I told you I was digging the crates today and pulling Chicago, right? As we get in between hours. So yeah, I got something for you now. I could bust off a solid one. You all remember this one? Because I tell you, whenever you go around the place, everybody got something to say. You know, things go out on social media. You have a tragedy. You got 50 different variations of it. And then, 49 aren't true. Maybe all of them initial variations aren't true. And there's, a lot of talking up and chatting up and fake news spreading and so on and so forth. But not a lot of actual factual. And that's the problem. You got just a lot of people just talking. Just spreading negativity everywhere. Not even checking if it's true or false. So I got something for you all today. Mr. Producer, I just sent it to you. You see it, right? Line that one up for me. The legendary Mr. Tony Rebel. Yeah, I got some Rebel Tony lined up for you as we go to the break, all right? And you remember this one, right? It's a classic Tony Rebel. Chatty, chatty. Mr. Producer, run the rhythm, please.
Well, listen to me now, I've none for hide. All in farmer, step aside. Original girl, I'm Tony Rebel, I tell you, man. Watch this now. I chew your chatty, me can't live in peace. Every little thing you run down for police. I chew your chatty, me can't live in peace. Every little thing you run down for police. Me I try a little hustle and I sell some weed. You come from me doorstep and you find to work. See, carry me name down a station to Sergeant Reed. But you my friend, be every mother, and me know say you a breed. Me no want do you nothing, so you fit take heed. Leave people business and make them succeed. Chew your chatty, me can't live in peace. Every little thing you run down for police. Chew your chatty, me can't live in peace. Every little thing you run down for police. Everybody don't know how in the ghetto run. Fi defend yourself, you have to have a little gun. The other night you see me a brandish a magnum. You run Ghana station and a lab on your tongue. And you know how we go when them your police. You come and just boyaka, and a guy jump down. Chew your chatty, me can't live in peace. Every little thing you run down for police. Chew your chatty, me can't live in peace. Every little thing you run down for police. By my father's side, me have a little sister. Come check me, you see them from down a Manchester. Me and her a reason, me say pan a corner. You run Ghana, me yard gone tell me lover. When you tell her what she look like on the description, she just say, A rebel sister that man.
Let's leave one more in. One more in before the news. Mr. Producer, run the next one. Next legend coming at you right now. Mr. Tony Rebel. All right, out of Tony Rebel, guess what? I got it lined up right now. I got this one. Gotta play for you. Got to. Mr. Freddie McGregor. Wouldn't be right if we talking about talking and labeling and spreading fake news. Let's go. All right, here we go. This one you definitely, for your news toters and your labelers. And you all don't check what you're talking about, whether it's true or false. But you just run your mouth. Or like Carrie go bring come. Yeah, let's hit the Freddie McGregor before the break, Mr. Producer. Let's go. Yeah, man, take me out your mix up. Keep my name out of it, though. Boy, you can talk.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Dunkin' Donuts, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, and Rise Bahamas.
On the Friday, June 9th edition of Talking Heads, we're live, Dunkin' Donuts, East Street South location, getting it in. And we're here until 6. Oh, Pearly's zoomed in. Pearly's in the building. What's going on, Pearly? I appreciate you holding it down for me yesterday.
Kershaw's the man. Hit me up last night.
Go ahead. Run your mouth.
No, I just say he bailed me out last night, that's all.
It was a nice pitching performance.
It was a very good pitching performance. Shutout pitching performance. 5 hits and 9 strikeouts pitching performance.
He was there.
So they were free stuff from Jumbo Jacks yesterday because they got 10 strikeouts or more.
What is a Jumbo Jack?
That's like a Carl Jr. It's a Sonic, like a Denny's.
Okay. In the LA area.
Well, it's in the Southern California area, but yeah, LA area as well.
All right. Let's jump in like we got to top of the hour. Today in sports history. All brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. Don't forget happy hour going on right now. 5 to 7 at Naughty Johnny's. Great highballs, great appetizers, great finger foods, great menu as well. Be sure to give them a call, see what they got going on. 377-7776. Or the trip out there to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza. And don't forget on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Naughty Johnny's. Breakfast starting at 9 a.m. All right, so here we go. Boy, I tell you, a lot happened on this day, June 9th. 1914, Honus Wagner became the second player in Major League history to record 3,000 hits. He was a good one, so they tell us, Pearly. Honus Wagner.
Yeah, he played for. I don't remember that name.
Honus Wagner. Back in the days, 1914. He played way back when.
Okay.
Long before all of us were born, but he's one of the original 3,000 hit guys. 1965, Michael Jazzy ran the mile in 3 minutes, 53.6 seconds. He broke the record set by Peter Snell in 1964.
He'll come last now.
For real. 1966, Minnesota set a Major League record when they hit 6 home runs in 1 inning. 1973, Secretariat won the 105th Belmont Stakes by 31 lengths and ran the fastest 1.5 miles on dirt at 2.24.
I watched that race on ABC, World Wireless Sports.
You remember Wide World of Sports that used to start every week and the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. And that same dude used to eat it coming down the Slee Slope.
Yep.
Every week.
Wipe out every week, yep.
I used to watch the beginning just for that.
Yep. But I watched that race with Secretariat. I watched that race. He had a Triple Crown.
All right, check this out. Pearly, 78.
Yes, sir.
I think you watched this fight. Larry Holmes won a 15-round split decision over Ken Norton.
Yes. I watched that.
1984, the Pittsburgh Penguins used their first pick overall to select Mario Lemieux in the NHL entry draft, and the rest is history.
Yep, he got to be one of the greatest ever.
Remember this one, Pearly? On this day in 1985, the Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA title by defeating the Boston Celtics. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scored 29 points.
I just graduated from college. I actually was in Mankato, Minnesota, watching it there.
I remember then the next year, stinking Ralph Sampson in the Western Conference Finals with that ball that rattled around like 6 times on the rim and fell through. Of course, Michael Cooper collapsed under the rim.
Michael Cooper just collapsed like boom. I remember that.
And then 87 and 88, we won them back to back.
Yes.
Then 89, we were supposed to win it. But then, Magic pull a hamstring in practice. And Byron Scott pull a hamstring in practice. And Detroit
I still think that was a setup. I still ain't believe that happened.
Yeah, I always thought that was a setup, too. And then 91, we bucked up into Michael. But that's a different story.
HIV, yeah.
No, that was prior to Michael.
Right
Michael beat him in 91, and then right after 92, after the Olympics, was the Magic announcement. 1990, Monica Seles became the youngest winner in French Open history when she beat Steffi Graf. I used to just like how Monica Seles used to moan when she hit the ball.
Really, Naughty? Really?
It made the match more interesting.
But Steffi was a pie, though.
Not really. She just
man,
good.
The nose a little, but she was a pie. She was that blonde, blue-eyed pie. She was nice.
You want dog pie in tennis? The piness starts and ends with Serena.
Well, see,
so in one, Gabriela Sabatini for the record.
Pie. I didn't say absolute pie. I didn't say lemon meringue pie. I said pie. All right.
She's a pie in your book. She didn't make pie status in my book as far as tennis.
No, she made pie. She didn't make the absolute lemon meringue pie like Serena.
Oh, she wasn't in Serena category. Just want to make sure.
Oh, no. Really? Anybody's in Serena category?
Serena still look good, boy.
Yeah. Anyway, what else going on today in sports? Because we getting the
I want to watch on the senior tennis circuit. Do they have a senior tennis circuit like golf?
No.
Well, maybe they should invent one.
Maybe, we'll see.
All right, 1993, the Montreal Canadiens won their 24th Stanley Cup. 1994, remember this one? The late Lisa Left Eye Lopez at TLC set fire to her boyfriend at the time's house. He was Andre Rison of the Atlanta Falcons. You remember that?
Yes.
Burn his house to the ground.
Yeah.
1996, Frank Thomas, prior to pitching Viagra of the Chicago White Sox, hit his 200th career home run. Big Frank Thomas. 1996, Ryan Hancock became the first California Angels pitcher to get a hit in 24 years. Nolan Ryan was the previous pitcher to get a hit for the Angels in 1972. 2008, Ken Griffey Jr. of the Cincinnati Reds hit his 600th career home run. Only Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Willie Mays, and Sammy Sosa had more runs at the time, or home runs at the time. Sports quote of the day: ask not what your teammates can do for you. Ask what you can do for your teammates. You know who said that, Pearlie? Irvin Magic Johnson. The Magic Man. Totally ripped off Kennedy's quote, but hey, we'll take it. We don't mind. Did Pearlie mute himself again?
They said he just probably ripped off John Kennedy's speech.
Yeah, you muted because we didn't hear that. That's why.
my neighbor, he comes to this with his truck making that noise, and I didn't want everybody to help.
I appreciate that, but you know it's Friday, Pearlie. You know it's Friday.
Yeah, and he I don't know about from less than a little bit over 100 yards, got to shift the truck by 10 times from first to 15 gear.
He trying to impress somebody. He must.
But she ain't there. She on the side. Are you sure she on the side? She wasn't there.
You're on the road today, Pearlie?
Yeah.
You're on the road. So, let's look at the local scene real quick. And then we can talk some pertinent issues. Colin Cowherd taking us home with the Final 10 today, NBA Finals. And we got to talk about that. And Colin says, if Denver doesn't match the hustle and the energy that the Heat are going to come with, they could buck their toe tonight. This could be a letdown game for them.
I don't think so.
I think Denver trying to close it out, period. We, in local sports...
Yes, Denver will end this at home. They don't want to come back to Miami.
The home court. Brought to you first by Burger King Nassau. The Bahamas Aquatics Federation has ratified a 4-member team to represent the Bahamas at the World Aquatics, formerly FINA International Swimming Championships. So we got a quartet going, which is some good stuff.
All right.
And let me see who they are. And it's set for Fukuoka. Be careful how you say it. Fukuoka, Japan.
Okay.
July 14th through the 30th.
July's a busy month for sports.
Representing the Bahamas will be Devontae Carey, Renishka Gibbs, Lamar Taylor, and Zaylee Elizabeth Thompson. Taylor and Thompson were on the team last year when the meet was held in Budapest, Hungary. So congratulations to them. Looking forward to the results and them doing well. Davis grateful for the GSSSA sports calendar completion. And the countdown is on for 4 weeks to go for the Bahamas games. And I know next Thursday we're going to have some Bahamas games reps in studio with us, correct?
Yeah, we spoke to my Inez Cargill yesterday. Gave us a little rundown, but she'll have more information, ticket prices and everything next week, Thursday.
All right. So that'll be a good conversation.
There are 14, I think she told me there's 14 disciplines. They used to have a little a cap on how many people you could draft out of. You only could draft players from Nassau or Grand Bahama. So like Eleuthera could draft somebody from Nassau who has an Eleuthera descent. Same vice versa every island. So you could get up to 50% of your team could be represented from Nassau or Grand Bahama because of the time limit and getting teams together and all that stuff. But they're making a commitment for this to go on for a few years. They have a 10-year commitment. So I guess this year and then the next 3 or something like that.
Okay. Now, we got the Swim Nationals set for next weekend. So that's a good look.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Bahamas becomes the first Caribbean nation to join NFL flag.
Yeah, that was kind of exciting. That tells me something's going to happen. That tells me we could have the flag football Super Bowl here.
Could be some stuff popping off. I like it.
That's a good move. I like that. Good move.
We'll have some officials in studio next week having a conversation about that as well.
Okay.
Yep. And they had representatives from all over coming in for this, man.
Yeah, I just read up on that. Sounds like an exciting thing.
And the should be a good event.
I don't want people think this flag football easy to play. That's almost as hard to play as tackle football. They run a lot of plays and all that.
Right. And they have different elements to the game. Got to be in shape to play it. It's a very fast game. But definitely good calendar for June and July. Going to be busy.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right. Let's get to that first break, Mr. Producer. Let's get that out of the way. And then we'll jump on in. On the flip side, we'll talk NFL. We'll talk Major League Baseball. We'll get you ready for tonight's NBA Finals. And who knows what else might pop up. We'll,
an exciting thing to watch yesterday was the NCAA Women's College World Series. Oklahoma 3-peat.
You watch softball?
I watch sports.
You particularly watched women's softball yesterday.
I watched I didn't watch the whole game, but I watched maybe the last 4 innings.
Well, it was safe to say one thing for sure when you watched it. You didn't have to drop your famous cliche saying.
Oh, no, I did, because there were plenty of gals in that one.
There's plenty of guys there, Burley.
The Oklahoma gal, that young lady pitching like 70, 72 miles an hour, and she had one main drop ball. Oh, I felt sorry for Florida State. I really felt sorry for Florida. They were like they were being dominated.
Listen, you get hit by a softball that fast, let me tell you something.
But in women, there was something unique I found about the game. The female pitchers actually wear like a catcher's mask.
Pearly, we have to deal with a texter. They done insulted Serena.
What did the texter say?
Serena's starting to look like her daddy. Ain't no way she look like Richard. Ain't no way.
You know what?
But whatever you drink,
if he wasn't on radio, I was gonna ask him what he like.
But guess what? Listen to your texter. Whatever you drinking, send some to me and Pearly.
No, I want none of that. That make you delusional. I want none of that. I make you delusional.
All right, here's the next from the same texter. On another note, Naughty, you see how big Jalen Hurts is now? I don't really watch Philadelphia at all, period. So I'll have to
They say bulked up. They say bulked up a little bit.
Yeah? You got to check the bulking. What's causing all that bulkage?
No, you ain't getting there, Naughty. You're trying to find any excuse to justify why Philadelphia can walk all over Dallas this year. Okay.
The PEDs, don't they walk over Dallas? And I keep eyeing them stinking Eagles, boy. You stay in your division, okay? Worry about Buffalo punching you in the mouth. And New York punching you in the mouth. Worry about that.
Naughty.
All right,
worry about that. Monday, Dalvin Cook is the Dolphin. I know the fair of football can go all through the AFC East.
Dalvin Cook is a Dolphin? That may not be cut and dry, Pearly. That may not be cut and dry. You sure?
I just wait to see what happens.
Some other suitors are in the mix, you know.
Like Denver.
Listen, why don't we do this?
Listen, if it comes to a money thing, then Denver or somebody else may get it. If it comes to him coming to a team, but he got a chance of winning the Super Bowl, making it to the playoffs, then he comes to Miami.
Well, I got something for you right now, Pearly. And I'm going to let Mr. Producer play it. All right, give you a couple minutes. I want you to listen to this. And I was going to play this at this point because Colin Cowherd's take on tonight's game is really good. So that'll take us home. But I want you to check out this clip from Rich Eisen. He's broken down his top 6 destinations for Dalvin Cook as of 2 hours ago. Okay? So we agree Rich got his ear to the road, right? Rich in the loop. So I don't think you can count your chickens before they hatch. Are you supremely confident Cook going to be a Dolphin by Monday?
I said, if it comes down to the money, no. If it comes down to the desire to be into the hometown team and playing for a team that he get a chance to win in the Super Bowl, then yes.
Oh, you mean the hometown discount?
Yeah, not discount. We're not going to pay him $10 million.
That's what I'm saying. All right, the
So if he's willing to take
hometown this
4
guy
to
meaning he
6
can play for
million,
the Dolphins because he's from Florida, South Florida, for cheap.
he might.
All right, let's see what Rich got to say. And when Rich is finished, we'll chime back in and we'll compare notes. Here's Rich Eison's take on where Dalvin Cook is going to end up. The top 6 destinations for Dalvin Cook.
These are my top 5 Dalvin destinations.
Let's go.
Number 5 on the list, they got a new offensive coordinator. They got a guy who wears a big hat to go along with his big game in his rookie season last year that we didn't see a full season out of Brian Robinson Jr. How about a little Dalvin Cook in Washington, D.C. for Eric Bieniemy to figure out how to use? How about that? You want to help Sam Howell, who already has some speedy receivers? You already got McLaurin and Samuel and the rest. How about adding Dalvin Cook to that mix to see how that can cook and put the Washington Commanders in the position if this kid quarterback can perform as one of those overlooked teams going into the season, a sleeper team. But that's what you do for a young quarterback. You want to evaluate him, you get him the weapons. Let's go. That's an interesting destination for me. Number 4 on this list. I don't know if they got the cap room. They're also, as we know, retooling, but don't call it a retool because they've got some terrific players out here. Dalvin Cook would look good in a Rams uniform. I think McVay, I mean, you got Cam Akers and then a whole bunch of guys that you got to look up who they are. And Dalvin Cook here in Los Angeles, let's go. So if you got Stafford and Cook and Kupp, you need a Cook to go with your Kupp. Why not? Again.
That was kind of my first thought.
I don't know. Why
Miami,
not the Rams here? Number 3 on this list, who says you can't have, or who says, hold on, who says you can't have too many cooks in the kitchen? You got James, add Dalvin. How about brotherly love in Buffalo, New York, Western New York?
That's a good
idea. They just spent a ton of money on Leonard Floyd. And, they got Damian Harris and Latavius Murray, and I just don't know. This could be James's time, and they don't want to, I don't know. But if Dalvin and James want to play together, here's your chance. A lot of cooks in the kitchen. So let's see how that one works out. And so number 2 on this list, the Denver Broncos. Let's see if Cook can be the Kamara in the Sean Payton Denver system.
That's right.
Let's see if Cook can play that role. Because they got, Javonte Williams coming back from a knee injury. And, I think Dalvin Cook in the AFC West up in Denver, let Russ cook. Right?
So easy. It's so easy.
Let Russ cook. Let's ride.
Right there.
I'm right. Broncos country meets let Russ cook.
Cook and ride.
Come on, cook and ride. Cook and ladder. Run the cook and ladder.
Yeah, all of the puns.
We're
Are great. I'm here for all of them. I'm here for all of them.
Now, number 1 on the list is what everybody thinks.
Fins up.
The Miami Dolphins. Yeah. Now, Mike, turn down the music here because this is the soundbite of the day. This is going to be the soundbite of the month. The way it reads, it just jumped off the page when I read the email from the outstanding NFL Network news desk. This is Mike McDaniel on being asked if Dalvin Cook, if he is released, would the Dolphins be interested? Here's the answer.
March 3rd, 1983. That day I was born, right? Now we take a closer look at that date. And that, in fact, was not yesterday. Okay, so people that are rumored to be tall, short, people that are rumored to be, that's, you're not going to get this guy. I'm year 2, okay? So that what I am excited about is talking about the most important thing, which is the third day of veteran minicamp. And we've got a lot of guys that are good players that have an opportunity to get better. Answer your question?
He's fantastic. Wow. Now, my only pushback there to Mike McDaniel, you could bring the music up one more time here, would be this was the opportunity for him to use the coaching cliche
So
that
many
we gave him,
coaching
which
cliches,
is
yeah.
I'm only talking about the guys that are here.
And I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't know what our roster
He could have used them all. It is what it is.
He could have really went
just
right
done
down
just
the
like we
line.
taught him to do, but he just only knows one speed, which was that answer.
Yeah.
And he did talk about how he loves Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson and, Gaskin, Ahmed. They're all there, and they got rookies. But Dalvin in Miami, kid back in the state of Florida, it just seems like the perfect marriage. Big time.
Do you think we need one more?
Nope.
All right, we'll get one more.
All right, and here's one more. I don't know how long Cook is going to be out there, but if he does go all the way through the month of July, and somehow, some way, Alvin Kamara and whatever is going on with him in Las Vegas gets particularly hairy, and the Saints are wondering, do we have a spot open? Maybe Dalvin in New Orleans is a spot.
Not bad.
But I would keep that in your back pocket, in the back of your mind, depending on how long this lasts. And that's my top 5 with one more Dalvin Cook destinations here on The Rich Eisen Show. And scene. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.
After listening to that, Pearly, I'm telling you, I think he may be a Dolphin after all. Pearly stuck on Zoom again. Unmute yourself, Pearly. But I do think I'd like to play poker with the Dolphins coach. I like your coach, Pearly. I like how he answers.
I love that response. He said,
his BS is strong.
I go on March the 13th, and that was it yesterday. He could have simply said, I'm born yesterday, But
it could happen.
A lot of people are saying, oh, Miami not going to sign him because they already signed their quarterbacks. They already picked a running back. But the two guys at the bottom of the
all
range.
the backs on your team right now.
Yeah, and even so, the 4 out of the 4. All right, so let's say we sign Cook. We have to get rid of 1 or 2. To get rid of Gaskin will cost us $680,000. To get rid of Ahmed will cost us $700,000. Between the two of them, that's 1.3. That's maybe 1.3 million. That's not a big hit on your side on your dead money thing. So I don't feel too bad about if we have to do that. Or we also could use them. They'll be pretty good trade bait for a 6th round pick or something like that.
Yeah, they could be. Because
you never have too many picks.
You can never have too many picks now. Now, here's a question. And this was just thrown out here. I don't see the Cowboys getting into that Dalvin Cook.
No, the Cowboys ain't in that. The Cowboys ain't in that. They're in that. They're on that. Sit down. Sit. You know, like they say, sit small till your name called.
Yeah, we ain't in that. But I don't think we want to be in that because, I mean, for now, we could bring back Zeke on the cheap and get some production.
Yeah. It don't make sense y'all getting rid of a veteran, Zeke, to bring another veteran when you got 2 good young up-and-coming running backs that are making the same money.
Now, speaking of the Cowboys, though, Pearly, I want you to know something. You were privy when the West Coast offense was introduced years ago. You're one of our elder statesmen, and I said on a good way, not a bad way. But you were there when Bill Walsh. I was a little bit younger, but we remember when the West Coast offense took the league by storm.
Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, and
Steve Young.
Yeah,
and
I remember
the coaching tree that evolved from Bill Walsh and that offense. Mike McCarthy was a part of that lineage. Now they're incorporating that West Coast variety in Dallas. But here's what they called it. Instead of the West Coast, they call it the Texas Coast offense, a play on Texas toast. Now, if we're going to score a bunch of points and toast people, that's fine. But if we're going to be playing like run, smash mouth football and winning 23-20 in them kind of games, that ain't no Texas toast. That ain't no Texas Coast. You should name it different because that could backfire. I don't like it. I like Tex Coast might be better. You know what I mean? But Texas Coast. But apparently,
are you saying all this to indicate that you have some concerns about the Dallas offense this year?
No, I have concerns about the name because apparently Dak Prescott loves it, finds it a lot more friendly and to navigate. The receivers love it, including CeeDee Lamb, who should have like Devontae Adams type numbers in this set. And if Cook stays healthy,
No, don't say should have. Hopefully they'll have.
Hopefully, right? Hopefully he'll have, as well as
All
Cooks and Gallup should be able to produce.
All right.
Now, the running game, Pollard loves it, and Deuce Vaughn, the 6th-round pick from Kansas State, fits in perfectly because it combines the passing game as well. So I think we're all right with the players liking it, for a sample. But we still got to go through training camp, preseason games, you know what I mean? And then the regular season. But
all right,
barring injury, I like it. I think it'll be a little different wrinkle for the division that we're in, for those defenses that are used to seeing the same offense from 8 years of Garrett and Linehan, and then Kellen Moore was a disciple of that. So they're going to see a completely new offensive scheme in Dallas. Now, it's up to the Cowboys to execute it, and McCarthy and Schottenheimer to make it go on and make it flow. If not, we can have a problem. You'll see one of them teams with a great defense and then a crappy offense, and, they don't want to go that route.
I think you'll have a challenge with your offense this year, but your defense can keep you in plenty of games. So you're not going to be no 31-17 or no 41 or 38 or something team. You're going to be a 23-17 team. A 24-10 team.
Games, correct.
Yep.
Now, you guys.
And that means if you slip and let the team, like you come into Miami and think you can play Miami 24-10, you're going to be in a problem.
But the beautiful thing about the Cowboy offense, and you look at West Coast, when you have to pass the football, you can't. All right? Now, you guys have something with, I call it combustible offense, meaning you could blow up for 7 points in 3 plays. You could put up 21 points in a matter of minutes. You're that kind of team that will take the opportunity to score. If you get an opportunity to score, you will.
Yes.
Now, you have a defense that might work to your favor. You get some points and then turn it over to the defense. Or
a lot of people forget Miami got a certain player named Bradley Chubb that came in late in the season and didn't get to that chemistry yet. He has a whole
thank God for Fangio.
Pardon me? And
Thank God for Fangio. Because he had his best time in Denver under Fangio.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, here's the only thing that scares me about that offense, Pearly. And you saw it sometimes last year because we talked about it off the air. And you were frustrated about it. McDaniel don't know when to take his foot off the accelerator and turn completely over to the run game and milk the clock. And sometimes...
And guess what? I think that was prior to bringing in Wilson, and that was prior to maybe, hopefully, quote-unquote, bringing in Cook. And I think if he does that, because he didn't run that much. No, he didn't.
His tendency is the wonderkin kind of thing, put up the points. And if you got a good defensive team that can get you off in some 3 and outs, a couple of, 2 series and then no points, it allows that team to get back in. You don't want to leave the defense on the field a long time because Fangio's defense are always been predicated on what? Speed.
Yes.
And God, y'all got a lot of speed in Miami. If Fangio could do what he got to do, your defense is going to be there early.
I think so. This is, and be honest with you, I've always been the type person saying Miami can be all right, being more conservative about where Miami finished. This is the first time in many years I'm excited about my Dolphin team. Really excited about the team.
I just got an update, Pearly, not to cut you off, but you can watch this for both of us, if you know what I mean. The Lingerie Football League is back.
What make you believe I can watch it for both us?
But there are some fine athletes, and I'm just going to say, I like their uniforms better than any NFL uniform I've ever seen in my damn life.
I got to check that out again. Where you found this on Bleacher?
Yeah, it's right on Bleacher.
Okay.
Look up Clarence Hill Jr. Clarence does a great job covering this league, I'm telling you. I think after
Listen to the
volleyball,
podcast.
Winifred Hernandez may have a future.
I heard
Really?
that. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to get to
So-
that now. As a matter of fact, Texter, I got a couple of texts coming in. Let's wrap up the football and get into the basketball. Pearly, DeAndre
Hey.
Hopkins had a long visit with the Patriots today. Okay?
He's still gonna be a Chief.
Yeah. You think so?
He got a better chance. Listen, he got a better. If he wants a ring, he got a better chance in Kansas City than in New England.
Well, remember now, we talked to the Big Chief earlier in the week, and he said that Frank Clark was holding out to return to Kansas City. Well, apparently, he's going to Denver.
So which even now solidifies me more. But they will sign Hopkins
That
because
they're
they
going to
get
go for
that couple
Hopkins.
extra
They're
dollars.
freeing up all the money they can to give him the most that they can.
I
Now
don't know if
listen.
they're freeing it up. I think they really wanted Frank back, but the fact that they didn't get him, I think they're going to use that money.
I'll be honest with you, though. You give Mahomes Hopkins with Kelsey. Third downs are now out the window. They're going to move that ball.
Yeah.
And you still got the burners that you added last year, Tony from the Chiefs. you
And
got
he
that
really
young
likes
kid.
Tony. He really likes Tony.
And listen, they got a kid that came out of Clemson. Remember he dropped the Ross kid?
Yes. Yes.
Who was a blue chipper coming out. First 2 years
Yes.
at Clemson was the bomb, got injured in his third year, couldn't make it all the way back in the fourth, went undrafted. This dude, and I quote, Mahomes says, eerily reminiscent to Tyreek Hill, maybe a step slower. But God, if you're a step slower than Tyreek Hill, you're a burner.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't call him the cheater for anything. You know what I mean? But if he's the cheater, you got to be the leopard, eh?
But you know the kid to be drafted, Cheney, so he says he's faster than Hill.
The running back?
Yeah.
A Chan used to run track and field for Texas A&M. He was a former All-American.
Yep. Yep.
Listen, let me tell you something. There's going to come a time during the season when it happens, and you're going to call me directly and say, yeah, I see what you was talking about. He has that Tony Dorsett extra gear. Remember how Dorsett could hit you with
I
the
want to
speed
see one. I
and
want to
then
see him
add
break
another
one
gear
back.
and run
Watch him
away
do
from
it.
you? This kid got the same kind of gear.
I
watched
want to
the
see that. I
highlights.
want to see when he break one and watch him do it. I know he can do that. I want to see it.
Purdy.
I want to see when the cornerback tip, when the linebacker thing, they got him. He just look back and say bye.
I watched this kid break one. I think it was against Oklahoma. The safety and the corner had the angle after he broke through the line, juked the linebackers, and hit the sideline. They had the angle, and do you know he beat them to the pylon?
Wow. He beat him to the
That's what you
spot.
call speed.
Yeah.
The problem is he's hard to tackle because he's small and fast. But when he does get burst, that ball comes loose. So you got to get some crazy glue on the ball so he don't hurt you that way.
Well, you know, they can train him up on that.
Well, we should have an interesting NFL offseason over the next couple of weeks because we're in the middle of June.
Yeah.
And as you know, July training camp starts. August, we got preseason. It's the most wonderful time
of the year. I got
That
you, man.
means
I got
return
you.
of fantasy football too, buddy. We got some
Yeah.
championships to win. Now,
Yeah, I got some more money to win. Yeah.
yes, indeed. Now, listen here. We got to switch to basketball now.
Yeah.
And I'm lining up the time because, you know, we got to have Colin Cowherd take us home. But we got some texts.
Okay.
Naughty, you and Pearly, good stuff on the football. But what about tonight? Is it Jimmy Jordan, or the Joker in the Battle of the Jays? Boy. Listen.
I think it's the Joker.
I think it's the Joker as well.
I honestly, and looking at that game, this one name over. See?
It is.
Take Jimmy out of the equation. He's doing what he has to do. Bam Adebayo is doing what he has to do. Vincent and Strauss and Love and Robinson, they're not the type players that can do the same thing every day. They've been doing it. They've been doing it. It's got a time to go run out. The law of averages will prevail.
I was talking to Statboy the other night, who makes his triumphant return during the college and NFL seasons in a couple of weeks. But he said, and he agreed with me, I said, listen, just what you said, Pearly. Jimmy Jordan can get his buckets. Bam can show up. Hero, if he's in the lineup, can show up.
He's ruled out for game 4, so he's ruled out.
I'm talking on a regular basis.
Okay,
And
yeah.
that gives you the luxury of Strauss being on tonight, Robinson being on tomorrow, the next kid. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Those guys, though, and much credit to them because they're undrafted free agents. Props to Pat Riley. Masterful job drafting these guys because they fit the system for the Heat and play well. But they just got to get more consistent on a nightly basis. I got to be able to come out and drop 16 tonight and 16 tomorrow and then take a night off. And Duncan Robinson got to stop showing up in the fourth quarter. What happened to the first 3?
But it's either he throws up in the first 3 and get lost in the fourth quarter, i.e. game 1, or he gets lost in the first 3 and shows up in the game 4, i.e. game 2 and 3.
I'd rather you show up in the first 3 since that's a bigger body of work and let Jimmy Buckets and the rest of the crew deal with it in the fourth quarter. What do you say?
Amen, I say amen.
Good God. All right, couple of tidbits out of Lakerland, Pearly.
Oh, yeah.
Here's what we're looking at. LeBron, AD, they're going to match whoever signs Austin Reeves up to $100 million. They're going to do a 3-year, $45 million for Hachimura, which he'll take because he wants to stay in L.A. Then they're going to start looking at some other pieces. Schroeder's on the radar, even though he put up a cryptic tweet yesterday that he's out of there. Troy Brown is going to return. Vanderbilt will return on the option. Mo Bamba's willing to take a pay cut. Instead of 10.4, he'll go for like 4 or 5. So that works. I like that. And then they're starting to look at the center, the backup center from Reed from Minnesota. And they're also looking at Carter from Milwaukee. And Carter's a favorite of Darvin Ham. Darvin developed him over there. And I think with more minutes, he'll actually help the Lakers. And then, of course, if he's affordable, if they could get a deal done, they want to bring Lonnie Walker the 4th back. But after what he did, he's going to probably go the route that my boy did to Sacramento last year, who came in, Malik Monk. I think he's going to be that Malik Monk type who'll go sign for elsewhere. Now, here's a name in the offseason that I think if the Lakers could get this, would go good. And I hear Harrison Barnes is going to be on the outs in Sacramento.
I heard that as well. But as another big name I'm hearing, and and God rest his soul, is the reason why I hated David Stern until the day he passed. And like I say, he may rest in peace.
Chris Paul too old, buddy. I don't want no part of this version of Chris Paul.
But to be honest with you, it will not be a bad move off the bench. It would not be a bad move because he comes there. He would come in there as the 5th, 6th, or 7th option, but he may stay healthy and give you the kind of play that you need in the NBA Finals to win a title. So it's not saying it can happen, but it's not a bad move because you're bringing him where he's not gonna have the pressure that he had in Phoenix and other places. He come in there, he ain't gonna be the man.
I want no part of that banana boat reunion.
But I understand the point. I'm just putting it out there, not that I
and we can get him at the veterans minimum, Pearly, to do
that's one
exactly
thing. Get him back. Get him back.
Just now, and not get injured, and not have his bad taboo in the playoffs. Yes.
Well, this taboo in the playoffs is being injured. The bottom line is because he had to put up 30 minutes. If he could come in and give you 19, 20 minutes a game, and that 19, 20 minutes can give you the kind of play that you want, come on, man. You can't beat that with a stick.
Well, we're going to have some competition because let me tell you somebody who's rearing that ugly head. And it's an old nemesis of ours. You know why? Because they're going to get Wemby in the first round of the draft. The Spurs are now saying he may be a good fit with the addition of Wembanyama.
It's not a loss to the Dodgers. It's not a loss to the Lakers if they don't get him.
Right.
It's not a loss.
But they said the favorites are the Lakers, the Spurs, and the Clippers. But Chris Paul on a 38, though.
Yeah.
And LeBron, 38 apiece? Whew. Now here's something.
They'll call him Grandpa. They'll call him the elder statesman. It'll be a good play on words all season.
Call them the two old dudes from the Muppets in the balcony.
Yeah, good move.
Listen, how about this, though? I'm hearing no extension for AD.
I wouldn't give it to him right now.
And they don't entertain LeBron after next year, which is his option.
No, I wouldn't do that either.
So, technically, both of them could be off the books. Can you imagine 2 max deals being able to be Pearly?
That's about $90 million off the books. You got a lot of money to spend then. You can sign almost anybody.
Each 2 max contracts?
Yeah, but that won't be off the books. It won't be next season, season after next.
I'm saying season after next. But if they don't commit to the long term with AD and they trade him, you get pieces in, that money's freed up, you get rid of LeBron, you've been his time. Pelinka's in a good position off free agency alone with money to rebuild it. So I think Pelinka's thinking 2-3 steps down the road.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be one hell of a rebuild when LeBron gone, let's be honest.
Yep.
So to lock in the Vanderbilts, the Reeves, the Hachimuras, the Malik Monks now.
Yeah, but you still need to find yourself a superstar when he goes.
I'm saying if you got the core there with what Ham's running, you can stop superstar. Let me just throw it out there. Wouldn't the Greek Freak look good in purple and gold? Just leave that like that.
He'd look good anywhere.
Pearly said like a real Laker. Anyway, let me get to this one, and then we get out of here. So it's 5:50. We're gonna take the break. Colin Cowherd's gonna take us home about Denver and Miami tonight. But who you like in that game? I like Denver, and I like the over tonight again.
What's the spread? Quick before we go.
You got it. I gotta pull it up real quick. Is it?
I got it. I got it right there. Come on, open up. Come on. Why are you taking so long? Okay, it's okay. 3.5. So I'm thinking over. I'm scared of that under. I'll take Denver in the points.
What's the points?
3.5.
Denver minus 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Denver to win it by 3.5, and I like the over.
The over 211. 211
game. Huh?
211 is the over under.
Yeah, 211 is over under. So 211, that's like 105.5 each.
Yeah, they didn't make it last night. Last game, they missed 4 points.
They can get it tonight. Miami's backs against the wall. Denver wants to close it out. They're gonna score.
All right, but I'm still taking Denver in the points.
All right, I like Denver.
We go in Philly today. We can take Philly tonight. We have a bullpen session right now.
All right. Talking Yankees.
Okay, and then don't sleep on this. This is a big weekend for you and your Yankees. You got the Red Sox in town.
I know. That's why I'm cautiously optimistic. Just let me talk smack on Monday.
Okay, take care.
I could put one up like I always do for my late friend Frankie the Yankee, Frankie Simmons, and tell him, get Billy Martin up there fired up. You know what I mean? Get Thurman Munson fired up. Find old man Steinbrenner and tell him do a thing. You need a sweep.
Sure I do.
All right. So you enjoyed the weekend, Pearly. Appreciate you, my brother. Good job yesterday. Everybody who chimed in today, good stuff. We're going to take the break. Flip side of the break, Colin Cowherd taking us home with who he likes tonight in Denver and Miami. And we'll see you on Monday for Talking Heads.
Take time.
It's that time again! Sign up now for the Michael Scooter and Peace on the Streets Basketball Classic, taking place July 24 to the 30th at the Hope Center and the Candlelight Exchange. Call 601-4842 for more information. Powered by the Bryce Newbold Foundation. It's game time!
Experience the pure deliciousness of Dunkin's Glazed Donut Breakfast Sandwich. This sweet and savory breakfast treat stacks a fluffy egg and smoked bacon, sandwiched inside a split classic Dunkin' Glazed Donut. Make it a combo with lightly seasoned hash browns and your favorite freshly brewed Dunkin' coffee. Stop by your favorite Dunkin' today and take breakfast to a fun and tasty level with the Dunkin' Glazed Donut Breakfast Sandwich. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
With fine style, with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then Fine Threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video. Wanna step out and look great? Then Fine Threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste. Then Fine Threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
People, what you thinking? We want something different. People, what you wanting? We want local government. I can tell them no more slunking. We want to see it function. I can tell them no more joking. I forgot. Going down Blue Hill Road, going down Village Road, going down Nassau Road. We want local government. We want local government. Listen road, we want local government. Shed a load, we want local government. We got call for local government.
Sign the petition and find out more information at risebahamas.net.
When faced with an illness like cancer, we band together, and we at Cleveland Clinic in Florida have your back. From advanced cancer treatments to extra safety measures at all of our locations, we're with you on this journey. For every infusion and follow-up, for every step of the way, for every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic in Florida. Get the care you need when and where you need it. To learn more or connect with a local representative, visit clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
Almost there.
Sarge, that's you.
Well, who else?
Tell the truth. I thought a beige walrus was dying on the sidewalk.
I'm preparing for my 4x100-meter debut.
More like 1x1, because the other 99 killing you.
Funny, the Bahamas games come in July 7th to July 15th, and Grand Bahama gotta win this.
Well, you know that.
Email info@thebahamasgames.org or call 322-1029 for more information.
Which island is gonna win?
When I had got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. That's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
Juicy fried chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and a hot buttery biscuit for only $5. That's genius! Part of the KFC Genius menu, the KFC $5 snack box delivers on flavor and value. Need to feed more than one? KFC's Great Picks has got you covered. Packed with 4 thighs and 4 legs, fried to golden perfection, plus 4 buttery biscuits for only $20. More genius! Hungry for deals? The Genius Menu at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
George Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. Whatever the occasion, John's is confident you will find what you're looking for among our always growing collection of amazing and trendy styles. We cover women, men, children, the whole family. Together with John's great prices and helpful and friendly customer service, your experience in shopping with us will be time well spent. Too busy to come in store? Shop with us online. www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on in today at John's, where we put fashion at your feet.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Do you think do you think tonight's close, or do you think tonight is sort of the ultimate stamp of we got a mismatch here?
Well, look, I hate to count Miami out. I'm with J-Mac. I think Denver's clearly the better team, and they will win this series. And I do think they'll win tonight. But I'll give Miami a chance out of respect for how hard they played, their heart, their coaching, and their ability to get hot from 3. But you mentioned it. What does Denver have to do to win this game tonight? Here's what they have to do. Play hard.
Yes.
Really. Play hard and smart, right? Miami beat 2 more talented teams in Milwaukee and Boston simply because they played harder and smarter than those 2 teams. Well, if Denver's more talented too, and if they match Miami's how hard they play and how smart they play, they'll beat them. We saw it game 3, they hit 5 3-pointers. This year, regular season and playoffs, teams that made 5 or fewer 3-pointers were 12-51. And not only does Denver win game 3, but they rout them by 15 points. And one thing we always learn in the playoffs, it seems, Colin, in this 3-point era, is that the mid-range jumper is still valuable.
Yes.
All right, Golden State shot a lot of mid-range jumpers in their run with Durant, and even before that, Toronto with Kawhi Leonard, he was primarily a mid-range jump shooter. So don't abandon the mid-range shot, and Denver is showing you that if you play good defense, then you can shoot mid-range jumpers and still win.
When Magic Johnson came into the league and did that set shot, he couldn't shoot a jumper, remember? And a lot of people were like, it was an ugly jumper. And my takeaway was, we're looking at something we've never seen. Inside the league, when you talk to people, I think he's got a little bird. I think he's fascinating. It's not an aesthetically beautiful game, but what do people think about? Are we looking at an all-time player here?
Yeah, we are. We're clearly looking at an all-time player. Obviously, you want to he has to win championships, win this one, and maybe he wins more to figure out how high he ends up being ranked. But this is an all-time great player, and I think you said it when...
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.